You're rubbing it into your skin every day. But that sweet-smelling lotion might be doing way more harm than good, especially to your hormones. I'm going to break down exactly why you should throw away your lotion and what you can use instead. I want to introduce you to a product that's part of our everyday lives. You probably have one right here. You think it's moisturizing, nourishing, silky soft. Well, what does it actually do to your body? This lotion has several ingredients that sound fancy, but they're really dangerous for your hormones. One ingredient is called fragrance. Now, here's the kicker. The word fragrance is a legal loophole that allows companies to hide hundreds of unlisted chemicals in your products. And I mean hundreds. Right now, the FDA recognizes 3,198 different fragrance ingredients. But guess how many they require companies to actually disclose? Only 5. That's right. Only 5. It's like they don't want you to know what you're putting on your skin. And these chemicals that make your lotion smell so yummy are super sneaky. They get absorbed right into your bloodstream through your skin, which by the way is your largest organ. And once they're in your blood, there's basically no filter to keep them out of your endocrine system, aka your hormonal system. So let me ask you this. Is it worth the risk of putting these potentially harmful chemicals all over your body just to have a nice smelling lotion? Here's the problem. We all love that fresh, clean feeling that comes from using certain products. And because of that, we tend to slather on the lotions, perfumes, soaps, shampoos, and skincare products without a second thought. But did you know that most of these products contain chemicals that could seriously mess with your hormones? And I'm not talking about a little hormonal imbalance either. I'm talking about potential effects like infertility, weight gain, brain fog, mood swings, sleep problems, and an increased risk of certain cancers. So if you care about your health and well-being, it's time to ditch those harmful products and go for natural alternatives. I mean, come on, why risk it when there are plenty of options out there that won't wreak havoc on your hormonal system? Plus, going natural doesn't mean you have to sacrifice on smell. There are plenty of amazing essential oils and natural fragrances that can make you smell just as good, if not better, than the chemical stuff. And I'll tell you what, making the switch to natural products can be a game changer. Not only will you be avoiding all those nasty chemicals, but you'll also be supporting companies that are committed to sustainability and ethical practices. It's a win-win situation. So what are you waiting for? Let's dive into the world of natural living. Let's take a closer look at the key ingredient I mentioned before, fragrance. It's often referred to as parfum on ingredient lists, and it's basically a catch-all term that covers hundreds of different chemicals used to make your products smell good. But here's the thing, these chemicals aren't just sitting on the surface of your skin. No, sir. They're getting absorbed into your bloodstream and making their way to your hormones. And what's worse, the FDA doesn't require companies to even list all the individual chemicals that fall under the fragrance umbrella. So you have no idea what you're really putting on your body. Some of the most commonly used fragrance chemicals are known to cause cancer, reproductive problems, and other serious health issues. I mean, talk about a scary thought. You're trying to take care of your body by using a lotion, but it's actually doing more harm than good. So what can you do about it? Well, first off, start reading those ingredient lists carefully. If you see the word fragrance or parfum, steer clear of that product. And don't be fooled by terms like natural fragrance or essential oils. They don't necessarily mean that the product is free of harmful chemicals. You want to look for products that list every single ingredient so you know exactly what you're putting on your body. And don't think that just because a product doesn't list fragrance as an ingredient, it's in the clear. Sometimes companies use other names for fragrance chemicals, so you'll need to do a little bit of sleuthing to make sure that they're not hiding in plain sight. And hey, I get it. Reading through all those ingredients can be a pain, but it's worth it when you consider the health risks of using products with harmful chemicals. So, do yourself a favor and take the time to read up on those ingredients. Another common ingredient found in many lotions is parabens. Now, parabens are a group of chemicals used as preservatives to prevent bacteria and other microorganisms from growing in your products. But here's the thing, parabens are also known endocrine disruptors, which means they interfere with your body's hormonal system. And I don't mean that they just mess with your hormones a little bit. Studies have linked parabens to some pretty serious health problems, including breast cancer, ovarian cancer, and even male fertility issues. Yeah, it's pretty scary stuff. So why do companies continue to use parabens in their products? Well, for one thing, they're cheap and effective at preventing the growth of bacteria. But that doesn't mean you have to put your health at risk just to save a few bucks. Luckily, there are plenty of natural preservatives out there that don't have the same harmful effects as parabens. So why take the risk? Instead, look for products that list the natural preservatives, like grapefruit seed extract, tea tree oil, or vitamin E. Your hormones will thank you for it. But wait, there's more. Phthalates are another group of chemicals that are commonly found in lotions and other personal care products. They're used to make the fragrance last longer and help the lotion blend into your skin. But here's where things get messy. Phthalates are also known endocrine disruptors and have been linked to some pretty serious health problems, including birth defects, developmental issues, and even liver damage. Seriously, these chemicals are like the troublemaker of the cosmetic industry. They just can't seem to stay out of the headlines for their harmful effects. And if that's not enough reason to ditch your lotion, I don't know what is. So what can you do to protect yourself from these harmful chemicals? Well, for starters, read those ingredient labels carefully. If you see the name phthalates or any of its variations, put that product back on the shelf. And don't be fooled by products that claim to be phthalate-free. The truth is, manufacturers can still use certain exemptions to include small amounts of phthalates in their products without labeling them as such. So it's important to read the fine print. And remember, just because a product doesn't list phthalates on the label doesn't mean it's safe. Companies can still use some sneaky loopholes to include these harmful chemicals in their products. So, it's important to do a little research and make sure that the products you're using are truly phthalate-free. So what are you left with? What can you actually use instead of your old lotion? Well, luckily for us, nature has already given us some amazing alternatives. Coconut oil, shea butter, and cocoa butter are all great options that not only smell amazing, but also have a ton of health benefits. Plus, they're completely natural and won't harm your hormones. Or if you prefer a more traditional lotion consistency, try using aloe vera gel or hemp seed oil. Not only are these products free of harmful chemicals, but they also have a bunch of health benefits. Aloe vera gel, for example, is great for soothing sunburns, and hemp seed oil is packed with antioxidants. Using natural products isn't just better for your body, it's also better for the planet. Many of these products are made with sustainable and ethically sourced ingredients, meaning you can feel good about using them. So why wait? Start making the switch to natural products today and give your body the care it deserves. You deserve it. Trust me, your body will thank you for it. Ditch the harmful chemicals and embrace the natural alternatives. Your hormones will love it. And who knows, you might even discover some new favorite products along the way. I know I have. Now, if you want to learn more about toxic ingredients lurking in your beauty products, check out this video next. I'll see you there.